Hello everyone, Sarah here, and I am doing a revisit of a previous tutorial that I had done. In a previous tutorial, I had covered how to do a circular roof on a tower this size, and as you can see, I've already built myself the tower to save a little bit of time so that I can show you how to put a circular roof on this. Now, for this revisit, we are going to use the snap points. When I released the original tutorial, they had not added the snap points yet. And I am in creative mode, so I don't have to go get supplies and everything. Counting this, or not counting this. Oh. Let me show you what I've got in my pockets. Alright, so this is the amount of wood that you need to do this stairway and this. I'm in creative mode, so it's not taking anything out of my inventory, as you can see. So this is the amount of wood and tar you would need to create a ladder to get up there and to put a roof on this tower. Alright. So, because we're using a 26-degree roof, it's actually pretty easy to do. A 45-degree would be a little trickier because you would slide off. So, we are going to do this using snap points. Now I'm going to switch to bottom 2, which is going to be the side closest to me. I'm going to point at the beam that I want to attach it to and make sure it's rotated into position. And we're going to do this all the way around. We're going to snap to that beam and make sure it's rotated in position. I'm going to switch sides here. So that beam and in position. We're going to do this all the way around. This is obviously a lot easier than trying to do this and get in the right angle to get the right pinpoint position, because you're able to be on this side of it, not that side, and so you're not really blocking your way to be able to do it, or you don't have to get into some weird tricky position to do. So the snap points definitely help for this one. Now on this round, I kind of like doing the snap and then rotate. However, on the very last round, it is actually easier to rotate and then snap. I like to do it the other way around for this first couple of rounds. So the next level I did was I did these 2-meter beams, and you want to make sure you're snapping to this point, not this one. So make sure you're snapping to the correct point. And when you do, you'll get that little bow tie like you would get in the first tutorial that I showed you how to do this. So make sure you're snapping to that piece and rotating it in so you get that little bow tie looking cross of the pieces. Now, one of the things that in the first tutorial you had to really point at very specific spots because you didn't have the snap points, and the way that they would snap in, you really had to be very specific. I do like the new snap points in the sense that you kind of just point at the right piece, kind of in the general area where you want it to snap, and it will go to the right position. So as you can see, I wasn't pointing at this roof piece, I was actually pointing at this one, and it snapped into place. So next we're going to go back to our 26 degree. We're going to go to bottom 2 again, and we're going to slide it over until it snaps to that corner. This is pretty similar to the way that I had it for the first one. I think we still had to point at the same point to get this to snap with the first tutorial. It's been a while since I watched that first tutorial, so I'm not positive, but I feel like it was still a very similar way of positioning this one. And we're going to slide it over, making sure we get it all the way to the end of that beam. I do think that this the snap points are a lot faster with this positioning of the pieces than the doing it the first way. So again, we're going to snap to the end, and we're going to make sure we're getting that piece. Now the way that I found to get these lined up is this is the piece that I just lined up to. So if I slide over a little bit, I see the next piece, and then I just point at the pretty close to the same general area as that, and make sure that I'm getting that in that next piece. So this is the one that I snap to, slide over a little bit, and it'll highlight the next piece. And I make sure I get to that end piece right there, and then slide it in, and you're going to get that pattern all the way around. So this is the piece we did. Slide it over a little bit, and snap it in. That's the piece we did. That's the piece we want. This is the piece we did. That's the piece we want. And so that being able to just kind of slide it over and highlight, this is the one we did, and then a little bit further, and you get the piece that you need to snap to. And then you just rotate it into the position that you need it once you get it to the top. We did. We need. So. And you can double check yourself because you're going to get that pattern all the way around. And that way it'll tell you when you're finished with all of the pieces, because you'll have that pattern all the way around. And it'll also tell you if you've got it in the correct position. So that's the one we did. That's the one we need. This is the one we did. That's the one we need. All right, now we've gone all the way around. We've got that pattern all the way across. So this next one, I definitely like doing the rotation first versus trying to find the snap point and then rotate it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap the first piece in, and then I'm going to rotate it once, and then I'm going to slide this piece over until the center points right there cross. So if I rotate once and then just watch the center edge of this piece that I've got here, this one here, and match it up with the center pieces that I've got going where they're crossed up there, I can just slide this over until it touches the very center, just like that. And so then you're going to rotate once and slide. Using that snap point, I know that it's going to snap into all of the different snap points along that beam until I get to the one that I want. So we're going to rotate once, and we're going to slide it along these beams until they cross at the center. Rotate once, and we're going to slide it along till we cross at the center. So it definitely makes it a little easier to not have to be pointing at a specific piece. You just can slide it along without actually looking at where you're pointing until you get the piece to slide into the right position. That way you're not really paying attention to your snap point on the beam that you're trying to snap to. You're just watching the top, and that makes it a little bit easier to find that point. So rotate once, and then just slide it along the beams until you find the snap point. So rotate, slide, snap. Rotate, slide, snap. And again, we've got just a few more pieces left here. Just sliding it along till it snaps into place and placing it down. Now, as with the first tutorial I did on this roof, there's one way you're going to be able to tell when you're done. Now, I'm going to put my hammer away for a second. You can see this pattern right here. See how it's a little different right here? It's not complete. That means that we're not quite done. So we're going to take our piece out, our roof piece out, and we're going to slide it along until we hit the next point. And we're just going to keep going until we've got all of that pattern completed. And that looks like that might have been the last one. And there you go. There is a revisit of this roof tutorial. A lot easier with the new snap points. And I hope you have a good one wherever you are in your day.